And this does, I think, take a second to sync up.
Yeah, do you see Ratchet Chick gets Frank Castled?
What?
That's on the live.
We're live, remember? Yep, I see it. Okay, there it is. Welcome. Okay, we are live. We're live, Jack.
Okay. I don't see anything. So
Well, I got the notice on my phone that said we've gone live, so.
how
All
come I don't?
right.
Why don't
Do
I get that?
do we have anybody in, Colleen, that you're seeing on your side? Probably. Let's you want to just we'll give people a few minutes to join. Yep, there she is. Hi, Adrian. We'll give everyone a few minutes to since we were having shocker technical difficulties. Yay! I see. Oh, yep, the live stream chat. Jack, did you on the right side did you select live stream chat versus Riverside chat?
We're on Riverside.
Yeah, on the right hand side, you know where you hit the chat button and now you've got the chat stream, the thread on the right side of your screen. If you go
Mm-hmm.
up to the top, it's going to give you options of what type of chat. Are you studio chat or are you live stream chat? Select the live stream chat. Then you'll be able to see who's in and what they're saying.
Got it.
Yep, I can see it too.
Well, hi from Colorado. Hey, Carol, Adriana, Denny.
I'm zooming in on my screen so I can read it. Old eyes.
You need your readers.
Oh boy, I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible.
That's funny.
This is awesome. Look at all these people joining us. This is great.
This is great for a Friday evening,
Yeah.
Friday afternoon.
When people have choices of what to do, they're choosing to join us. Yay.
That's a good choice.
I think we're going to have a good time today. We'll give them another minute or so and then we can get started if we want to.
Gross Point. That was a great movie, by the way, with John Cusack. Remember that one,
I do.
Tracy?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Gross Point Blank.
Well, welcome everyone to our second attempt at a live stream for the Franzak Files. I'm your co-host, Tracy Hastings.
And I'm Paul Jack Franzak. Welcome to the Franzak Files on a Friday. The
Right?
Friday Franzak Files.
Maybe we should have thought of that before we launched on a Tuesday. And now we're locked in. Uh,
Argentina just popped in.
oh, wow. Welcome all the way from Argentina. Amazing.
That is amazing. Welcome, welcome.
Oh,
Chicago.
Chicago, Chi
Somebody from
Town.
Chicago down here. You're going down, right? Down to Chicago.
This is great. So, we have a couple of things for everyone today. We just wanted to give you some updates about where we're at and what we're doing. We have a fun game that we've put together for you guys. We'll give away a prize at the end for the winner. And then we're going to take your questions. Some people have submitted questions in advance to us through our website or emailing us. And so we'll take those and then we'll take questions from the people that are joining us too.
Sounds good.
So, what's new? Jack, what's new with the Franzak files?
We have so many things going on. We're getting closer to the truth every day because the truth is out there.
It absolutely is, and we're going to find it.
We're going to find it again and again.
Right? So, some of you might have noticed that we've been posting that we're on Patreon now. So, if you get a chance, go over to find us there. This is, for those of you that don't use Patreon, it's a place that you can go and join us. You can choose to have a free account, or you can choose a membership account. Different memberships have different tiers. They have different benefits that you get from joining them at different levels, and there, of course, is a nominal cost associated with it. But as you all probably know, making a podcast is not free, and helping people discover their true identity is also not free. So we also are, you're going to notice that we have ads running on YouTube now. We have been monetized. So that's a great sign for us. We've got the requisite amount of subscribers. We've had 6,000 plus hours of view on our videos. It's amazing. Thank you to all of you for that. And that's also going to help us to be able to keep moving forward. So hopefully the ads don't deter anyone from watching our show.
And just like Tracy said, we're not doing this, to make my Porsche payment. We're doing this because we want to help people. And we have season 2 coming up, and it's going to be us helping people really find out who they are, start them on this journey. And like Tracy said, it costs money to do that. DNA kits, digging graves, whatever we need to do, we're going to do. And that's why we're doing this, because we want to keep helping people as long as we can. That's why we're here.
And it's been really great. We've been getting a lot of responses on our website and people dropping things into the YouTube comments about needing help. And so if you know someone that maybe has questions about their identity, please reach out to us. We are always looking to help people.
And a big, big thank you to Carol C., our first Patreon member. Thank you for that.
I think it's Carol
T.
T.
That's what I meant.
Carol, are you in here tonight? We'll wait to see if she responds, since there is a bit of a delay in the video feed.
I can grab a question right here. Jack, is your mom, Dora, still living? Yes, she is. She's doing well. I think her social life is better now than it was 10 years ago. She's always doing something. She's amazing. And
How
I'm
old
so
is she
happy.
now?
She's going to be 90
Amazing.
on my birthday, October 27th. We both share the same birthday. I know I've had 3 birthdays, but my real birthday is October 27th, and so is hers, which
That's
is
amazing.
crazy. You can't make that up.
Yeah, there's Carol. She is in, and she says she's honored to be our first Patreon member. And we are thrilled to have you. Thank you for breaking the seal. We hope lots of people will follow you.
Yeah, thank you, Carol.
So if you can still watch us for free. We are never going to take that option away from you. So Patreon is going to give you extra things like bonus content. We're also talking about dropping the episode a day early for our Patreon subscribers. Different things that you'll get to see, our media that we aren't sharing necessarily on the show. Things that we have in our files behind the scenes that we're going to share with our Patreon people. Our lead genetic genealogist, Emily Ripper, is also going to be putting some things up there under the genealogy, the genealogist membership. She's going to be giving some classes, some tips, some ideas, some ways to research your own family, asking all sorts of questions as well at that tier. And Emily is phenomenal, so you can always count on her to find the right answer.
Maybe even some blooper stuff. Not that we ever have bloopers,
That doesn't
because
happen,
we're very
though.
serious on this
Absolutely.
show.
We nail this every single time.
That's right.
So
we never laugh.
we're going to have to make up some bloopers, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us that to our editor. Oh, someone else from Chicago is here.
All right, Chicago representing.
I guess. Wow.
I'm getting a taste of either pizza or Chicago hot dogs right now.
That is awesome. All right. So one of the things that we're going to do tonight is we're going to play a game. And the last time we did a live, we played the game Two Truths and a Lie, and I think everyone had a good time with it. And
We gave away prizes too.
we did. We gave away copies of your book. I think that you also inscribed them, if I'm correct.
I did.
And so tonight, have we decided on what we're going to give away, or are we going to surprise them?
I think we were going to have a prize wheel that we never. we, the week just flew by, and the prize wheel
Ooh,
is still in our heads.
so busy.
Yeah.
So there will be a prize at the end. Looks like Tracy is asking, did you actually grow up in Chicago, Jack?
Yeah, I actually did from just under 4 to I left home at 18, and I moved to Tucson to be in a rock and roll band. So I was there for a while. I was there for all those beautiful, humid summers
Sure.
and those brutal winters.
And then you moved to next door to the threshold of hell, that
The
which is
desert.
where I am. I think it was 114 today.
Yeah, same here in Vegas. Super hot.
Looks like someone made a long comment there, and I can't get a good look at it.
I just want to say thank you for sharing your story. Hearing about your story was my introduction into genetic genealogy and CC Moore. I was able to solve my own questions and many other people's. That's fantastic. That's
Wow.
another reason why we're here, because we want people to start their journeys. And if people watching us can learn, if you already know how to do it, you might be able to learn more. Or if you're just starting out, that's a great thing. It's a great thing to get into. And when you start helping people, it's a feeling that you just can't buy, except
Absolutely.
maybe on
That's
Patreon.
blooper. There's one for the for real. All right. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and show you what we are gonna do tonight. Can everybody see this? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Whoops. Let me go back. Hold on. Technical difficulties here.
Yeah, working cold cases is a great thing to get into. We're dabbling in that as well. It's it's amazing what you can do nowadays. It's like going back in time. Uh, so we're doing a live with Logan Gifford in about an hour or so. If you are following his story, it's a pretty crazy story. We kind of teamed up with him. We're helping out. So if you get a chance, go over there after we're done here. And if you're going to be around Tucson area at the end of August in about 3 weeks, my Band X, is going to be doing a rock and roll show at your mom's house. It's a it's a huge band bar place in Tucson. So if you're around the Tucson area, we'd love to have you come down there. It's for a great cause. It's for veterans. Being a veteran myself, it's one of the best causes that we can think of. And Tracy, who's also a vocalist, is going to be there. She's going to be singing with us, and it's going to be a great opportunity to hang out with us and hear some really good music. Maybe sing along.
I think our plan is to do a live stream when I'm up at the mic, so that our listeners can listen to us do something besides a podcast. We do other things besides this, and one of them is we sing and we perform and we play bass and we do all those things. So
Have I thought about this is probably to me, right, Tracy? Or is this a
I would
question for you?
I would think it's you. Yeah, I
Okay. All right, I'll take this one then.
okay, good.
Have you ever thought about changing your name legally to your real birth name? Yes, I have. I actually go by Jack because Paul never really felt right to me. I mean, Jack is I'm Jack. Totally. I'm totally
Agreed.
Jack. I wasn't Paul. I was living Paul's life. I was proxy Paul, but now I'm just Jack. So yeah, eventually we're working on that as well because there's a lot of things involved with proving who you are in this day and age. But eventually I'll be Jack legally.
Eventually, we're going to make that happen for you. Uh, Tracy has, who obviously spells it correctly as well, she's got a cool comment, Band X and the X Files. How appropriate, right?
Absolutely. Wish you could be there. Go, just come down. Just hop on a plane.
Sure.
We're
You know
playing
someone
Saturday
there.
night.
You know me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can get this screen to work here and see if we can play a little game of Jeopardy, the Franzak Files edition. Okay. Can you see that? Okay, so I cannot see the chat when I am sharing this screen. So I have somebody, let's have Carol, since she's our first Patreon subscriber, we're going to let Carol pick our first category. And we'll wait for her to put her comment up there about what she would like to answer the question. And remember, this is Jeopardy, so your answer needs to be in the form of a question.
And there's a question I can answer real quick too. Are you going to change your last name also? I like Franzak. I think Jack Franzak has a good ring to it. Besides, the other name has a lot of negative connotations tied to it. I don't want to go back to that.
So Carol is selecting the case of Paul Joseph Franzak. What dollar amount would you like to choose, Carol? Sorry for the delay. The case of Paul Joseph Franzak for 100. The year that baby Paul was kidnapped from a hospital in Chicago. Carol, can you put this in the chat in the form of a question?
We should have had the theme music for this.
Next time you can do it, Mr. Critical.
Yes.
So Carol's answer is, what is 1964? You are correct. It is 1964, and that is from episode 1, The Kidnapping.
Excellent.
All right, back to the board. Carol, pick another category and another dollar amount. You could always hum the Jeopardy music right here, Jack.
We have to ask the question first.
Now you're getting technical.
We could have some Rush on in the background, though.
Oh, boy. All right, she chose the case of Paul Joseph Franzak for 200. The answer is, the genetic genealogy team played a key role in establishing Jack's true identity. And remember to phrase it in the form of a question. This is really great because it's going to let us know, like, how closely are people paying attention?
Adriana just mentioned The Trees by Rush, one of my favorite songs. Someone just said, what is Yes? Yes, the band? One of my favorite bands.
Ironically enough. Well, because, when we did the Two Truths and a Lie, you said, this is my favorite band. And everyone was like, hey, that's two bands, not just one.
I know,
So
it's you can't have just
they're
one.
remembering everything.
Good bands are like potato chips. You just can't have one.
We'll give Carol another couple of seconds to answer, but I'm being told that other people are chiming in. So,
Yeah, Angela's got a good answer there. Sorry, long day.
so this is in Jeopardy. We're going to give you the statement, and you're going to give us the answer in the form of a question. So this is the statement, and what would the question be that you would ask to get this answer? What did Angela say?
Angela said, who are Cece, Carol, and Michelle?
And the answer is, who are Cece Moore and Carol Rolnick. We didn't include Michelle in this because she didn't come onto the podcast, but that is also correct. And that question comes from episode 4, The Reveal. Yes, so Angela will get points for that. And Angela, you get to pick the next category and dollar amount. Well, who is soccer moms is apparently a comment, and that is not wrong.
It's true. Yeah, they were totally soccer moms.
I think
Helped out all pro bono.
didn't Cece actually say that in your documentary?
Yes.
That there was a bunch of soccer moms. So that answer is also correct.
Yeah. Is that Bobby the Dog USA?
Angela, do you want to pick a category and a dollar amount? There's a bit of a delay, so we want to give people time. You look very relaxed, Jack. That's good. It's all right to relax. Usually you're in a tie and a jacket and all formal. So this is cool. Everyone gets to see you just kicking it on a Friday.
Just kicking it on a Friday.
Oh. Okay. Let's do, it looks like Angela chose the case of Paul Joseph Franzak. Let's do for 300. The color of Jack's suit when he was found outside a department store in Newark, New Jersey.
Hint, it's my favorite color.
I thought we weren't doing spoilers.
It's not a spoiler.
Did you say that in your books?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you mentioned it in the books, then it's not a spoiler. Okay, what was our first answer that we got?
I don't see any yet. No. Jeff, Jane, and Adriana both all have it.
Well, for the sake of time, we'll keep moving because we don't want to keep everybody all night. So the question to this answer is, what is blue? And this was in episode 2, The Abandonment. So whoever answered blue first will get the points. Linda did? Linda answered first? Okay. Linda. So, Linda, you answered first and correctly, so we're going to let you choose the next category and dollar amount. L. Smith. If you're not Linda, then L. Smith. I apologize. And what category and dollar amount would you like? All right, the case of Paul Joseph Franzek for 400. Paul became curious about his identity after finding this in his parents' home. What is the question?
And it wasn't black mold.
Well, if you did find that, it didn't feed into your curiosity about your identity. So whoever answers first and correctly will get the points.
Ding, 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 ding.
No theme music, Jack. Go for it. Are we getting all the answers coming in?
Yeah. Jeff nailed it.
Okay. Meg N. Okay, Meg N logged in first here with what is a box of old newspaper clippings about the kidnapping?
Beautiful.
From episode 1, The Kidnapping. All right, Meg N, you can choose the next category and dollar amount. Did I make these too easy? I think I made sure that like the $500 amounts were tough, and the Final Jeopardy question that's a tough one.
I think Hasbro might pick this game up.
So Meg N selected the Franzak Files for 100. The day the Franzak Files launched.
Ooh, that's a hard one. Ooh. Drum roll.
Whoever answers first and correctly will get the points.
I can see everyone scrambling, going through
Right,
the
they're
YouTube.
Googling it. They're
Yeah.
going to the YouTube page or to Spotify.
Yes.
So D. Turner answered, what is June 24th, 2025? Very good. Excellent. That was a hard question.
I like C put, what is Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, the day wasn't in there. Oh, I didn't want to get that specific. I'm not that mean. All right. And you get to pick the next category and dollar amount. Don't be afraid of the other two categories. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay, well, let's do, how about the Franzak Files for 500? Okay. I'm sorry you can't see the categories. I guess technical difficulties every time. Okay, this is a hard one. The type of media file uploaded to the Franzak Files under the Ripper Reports website by Emily Ripper, lead genetic genealogist, that helps listeners understand how to opt in for law enforcement with DNA Justice and GEDmatch. What type of media file did Emily put in her Ripper Reports to help you opt in for law enforcement?
Ooh.
This is how we get people to look at our website and to opt in for law enforcement. First person with the right answer gets the points.
Are we tracking points?
Colleen, I think,
Okay,
is keeping
Colleen's the
track of
best.
points for us. Yeah.
Best producer in town.
And she's also our lead historical researcher. Thank you, Colleen. We all wear many hats here at the Franzak Files.
Great caterer.
Yes, it actually is. Yeah. Yeah, that is my best friend, Adrian. Uh huh. All right. Adrian apparently answered with, what is a PDF? That was
Nice.
a hard question.
All right.
I could see her pulling up the website.
And D came through with that one too, down the road there.
Excellent. Beautiful. We get people going to the website. Love it.
Poor Bobby the Dog USA. I'm on a 2-minute delay. I can never win.
Oh, okay. So, Adrian, pick the next category in dollar amount.
Emily. This is very important stuff, people.
Yes, Emily. Yes, it is
Good
very important
vibes.
to Emily.
That's the Ripper herself.
It actually is. Yes. When I was trying to come up with a clever name for her spot on the website for all that stuff. All right.
My
Adrian
favorite
picked
category.
Law and Disorder for 300. In his search for his missing twin sister Jill, Jack Franzak filed a report with the Atlantic City Police, only to learn a year later that they had done this instead of opening a real case.
This is when the phones start lighting up.
Yep, I think I hear someone knocking at my front door.
Yeah. I see the police lights outside already.
Oh. So we've got some people answering. This is it's a rather there's two could be two components to this answer. So if some whoever answered first that nothing was done, that can be part of the component of the answer. Who answered that, Colleen? Okay.
It's a little more heinous, though.
It is. It's actually a little bit more awful than that. Um, so let's do this. I'll reveal the answer and then we'll take a look and see who we think came the closest. Does that sound all right?
Let's do it.
Because this is a hard one. All right. Oh, nope, that doesn't seem to be the right answer. Hold on. I might have linked this to the wrong slide. Okay, another technical error. So, Jack, why don't you go ahead and tell us what the Atlantic City Police did instead of opening a real case for you?
They gave me a fake missing persons case number that was non-existent, and I couldn't do anything with it, but I didn't know that because they stonewalled me for over a year. Once I found out, I went to the New Jersey State Troopers, opened a real case, got a real number, and was able to start working on finding my missing twin sister, Jill. I mean, they
What do
did
you
lie.
think? Yeah, I think that if somebody answered that there was a lie, I think
Yeah,
that that definitely fits.
yeah. All right, good job, D.
So, D. Turner got the answer correct. And sorry for the technical problems. I hope that's the only one. Sure, it'll be the only one. Uh, all right, D, why don't you pick the next category and dollar amount?
Christy says, hello, you guys deserve to have more followers than you have. I've been following your story for years. I agree with you. Thank you very much. All we can do is do the best that we can.
We're hoping that we're just sort of a slow burn, and one day we're going to wake up and it's going to be a whole new world for us.
Right,
So
very
we're going to
good,
do
Lori.
Law and Disorder for 200. The man raised his paw, requested his records multiple times, only to find many of them were this, raising suspicion of intentional suppression. There are 3 possible answers here.
I don't think I even know that one.
So the question is, the man raised his paw, requested his records multiple times, only to find many of them were this, raising suspicion of intentional suppression. And there,
Yes. We've come across so many fires in the last couple of years.
let me see what I connected to this. So missing, redacted, or sealed were, and missing can include that we've been told they were lost in a fire. Oh, oops.
Yeah, that's a good answer too.
So we'll give Adrian points and we'll give Seeds of Hope points as well for actually using the word redacted.
That's a $5 word right there.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
And I see that word quite a bit in my files.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you tried to request your records, right?
Yep,
Lots
redacted.
of blacked out things.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry. Damn it. There we go. Okay. So Seeds of Hope, why don't you pick the next category and dollar amount?
Fire is a common genealogy non-answer. That should be on a t-shirt.
What is it?
Fire is a common genealogy non-answer.
Yes, indeed. And most of the time, it's probably not accurate. Occasionally, I think we found that it is true, but most of the time, we can't find any information about newspaper articles or anything talking about files being lost in fires. So, all right, Seeds of Hope has selected missing persons cases for 200. In 1981, abduction and murder of this boy led to the creation of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
That's a good one.
The wheels are spinning. So I thought this is an interesting category because it's not about just the Franzak files. You know, we're about other people and helping other people and other missing children. So I thought this was an interesting category to throw in just to raise awareness that there's a lot of children that have gone missing. L. Smith answered, who is Adam Walsh? That is correct.
That is correct. And also spurred what TV show?
For bonus points. All right, you can choose the next category and dollar amount. I think we're getting through these pretty quickly, yeah?
It's good information too.
We'll make sure we leave enough time for questions as well.
Yeah, I see your plan, Tracy. Just keep this game going and then, oh, I'm sorry, we have no time for questions today. You got to
Please
tune
submit
into
all-
the next episode.
Please submit all questions in writing. All right, L. Smith picked missing persons cases for 500. This 6-year-old vanished in New York City in 1979 while walking to his school bus stop, becoming one of the first children on a milk carton.
Another good one. And D is correct. What is America's Most Wanted? That was the show
Ooh,
that
nicely done.
came out. John Walsh created for his son Adam.
So Carol has answered, and she answered correctly. Who is Eton Pates?
Very good. Great job, Carol.
And not too terribly long ago, they convicted and put away the man who murdered him. It took over 30, almost 40 years to do. All right, you can pick the next category and dollar amount. Carol, you're up. So Carol has selected missing persons cases for 400. Abducted at age 11 in South Lake Tahoe, she was found 18 years later living in her captor's backyard.
Very sad, tragic story.
Just out of curiosity, how many people do we have playing this game tonight?
3.
3? Awesome. 19 people. Love it. Do we have any answers?
D says J.C. Dugard. L says J.C. Dugard. Carol says J.C. Dugard.
Who was the first person to respond with that answer?
C.
The answer is, who is J.C. Dugard?
Good job.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. Very well played.
All right. And you get to pick the next category and dollar amount. Who was it that answered correctly first?
CB?
CB. You get to pick the next category and dollar amount. Nicely done.
Melissa's on a break at work. She's going to play. I won't tell your boss.
So currently, I'm understanding that there's some trouble seeing which questions have already been asked. So what we have left are, for the case of Paul Joseph Franzak for 500, we have missing persons cases for 100 and 300. We have the Franzak files for 200, 300, and 400. And we have law and disorder for 100, 400, and 500.
It looks like CB just put in missing persons cases for 400. Did we? Oh, okay.
So we've already done the missing persons cases for 400. So why don't we, since you want to stay in that category, we'll do for 3. We'll get you some points here. This Cleveland teen escaped captivity in 2013 after nearly a decade held with 2 other women by Ariel Castro.
Some tough questions, Tracy.
This is a sort of a tough one. This is a little more of an, not an obscure case, but you'd really have to be a true crime junkie to. Yes, that is the correct answer, Colleen, who's talking to me in my ear. So Jane K answered correctly. Who is Amanda Berry?
Nice
Very
job,
nice.
Jane.
Good job. That was a hard one. Well played.
Excellent.
All right. And you get to pick the next category and dollar amount. We have the case of Paul Joseph Franzak for 500, missing persons cases for 100, the Franzak files for 2, 3, and 400, Law and Disorder for 100, 400, and 500.
That's a lot of questions.
So after we do this one, then we'll do a lightning round where I'll go through them, and whoever answers first gets the points. And then we'll move on to Final Jeopardy. Okay, so Jane picked
500.
The Case of Paul Joseph Franzak for 500. Paul's journey was documented in this 2017 memoir.
Ooh.
Do you know this answer, Jack?
What could be I don't know. It's wow. That's a great question.
Oh, somebody out there has to know it. So Tracy B is correct. What is
Nice
The
job.
Foundling? If you haven't read it, please do.
Nice job, Tracy.
Nicely done. All right, lightning round. So everybody be ready to chime in here. We're going to do missing persons cases for 100. This 14-year-old was abducted from her Utah bedroom in 2002 and rescued 9 months later. All right, Carol T comes in with Who is Elizabeth Smart? Nicely
job.
done. All right. Let's see. We're going to go with the Franzak files for 200. Before teaming up on the Franzak files, Jack and Tracy both spent years in this creative industry, and soon they'll be collaborating on new projects that go beyond the podcast. Now, if you were here at the beginning of the podcast, you heard us talking about it. If you were here at the beginning of this live.
Melissa said, Sarah Sumpin.
What creative industry have we both spent many years in? D.
It's
Turner
music.
has the correct. Oh, sorry, that's not the right answer. I also linked that one incorrectly. The correct answer is what is the music industry? Good job, D. Turner. I
Nice
have
job.
been a professional vocalist for about 40 years. And how long have you been playing bass, Jack?
Since I was 14.
So 20 years?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Mhm.
All right. The Franzak files for 300. The degree Colleen Newarth, lead historical researcher, holds from Johns Hopkins University.
Ooh.
What degree does Colleen hold? If you've been on our website, you will know this answer. This is how I'm getting people to go to the website. It is. I believe it is on the website
is.
under Colleen's biography.
And I know you're thinking culinary arts.
Right. Or cosmetology, right? So the degree is a master's degree.
Welcome to my world.
Like we hear Colleen in our ear saying, wow, people think I do cool things, and none of that's true. But she does have a really cool master's degree. Like, it's really cool. Okay.
I think it's
well,
actually on our website, isn't it?
It
On
is. It's actually on the
Team.
website. Yep, on the Meet the Team page under Colleen's biography. And it's okay to go to the website and take a peek.
For points, I would do it.
I know you would, yes. We both can be a little competitive, huh?
A little bit.
Just a little.
Melissa
Nobody?
says geneticist.
Nope. Not geneticist. All right, we'll give it to him, okay? No one's going to get points for this one, but what is a Master's of Museum Studies? Go, Colleen. All right, the Fronzak Files for 400. With a background in business and 8 years in customer service, this sharp-eyed editor recently joined the Fronzak Files team, elevating the podcast's audio and video quality.
Also on our website under Meet the Team.
Yes, indeed. You're welcome. I updated the website the day he joined. Someone, someone
wish we had
answered who was
George on our
George
team.
Knapp. That would be amazing if we had George Knapp on our team. What a great guy. He gave such a great interview.
The best.
All right. So, Adrian, I was waiting for you to get it right. The answer is, who is Aiden Taylor? And for those of you that don't know, Adrian knew this answer because Aiden is my youngest son. And he joined the family business last
And a
week.
damn fine editor.
And he's done a knockout job. I think everybody can see the difference between our first 5 episodes and the one we dropped on Tuesday. All right, last category, Law and Disorder for 100. Despite inconsistencies in appearance and timeline, these two groups quickly accepted the abandoned child as Paul, possibly under pressure to close the case. What two groups quickly accepted that Paul, the abandoned child, was actually Paul Fronzak?
I love that category, Law and Disorder. It's
Well,
perfect.
I think people needed to sort of be able to hear that just because we think that things are happening in one way, they are not necessarily happening that way. We can, who answered FBI and local police? Melissa Monroe, you're darn close. Who are the Chicago police and the FBI? Nicely done. We'll take those points. Yes. Nicely played.
Very good. Yeah, Seeds had the right answer too.
All right. Law and Disorder for 400. After receiving a credible tip about Jill Rosenthal's possible whereabouts in November 2024, law enforcement has done this in the months since.
I think it's the way you're saying it, Tracy. No spoilers.
I'm trying to help people out here. This is supposed to be fun, not stressful.
Can you read the question one more time?
Certainly. After receiving a credible tip about Jill Rosenthal's possible whereabouts in November 2024, law enforcement has done this in the months since.
C. Yep. What is nothing?
Who answered correctly? CD?
Yes.
CB. CB answered, what is nothing, or what has failed to follow up on the lead? That is correct, and that is true.
Also followed by Jane, Christy, Melissa, Seeds. Everyone.
Beautiful.
Everyone's got it now.
Everyone knew the answer to that.
Everyone won
And-
that one.
And we've never even mentioned that up until this point. I don't think that we have a credible tip on the possible location of Jill Rosenthal.
Can we give runner up to Christy for what is digging up the backyard? I
Oh,
like that one,
well,
too. Who hasn't been there?
no one except you, I think. All right, and the last question for the regular board, Law and Disorder for 500. Gilbert Rosenthal is the father of Jack and Jill Rosenthal and was rumored to have ties to this type of organization. Knock this one out of the park. We'll move on to Final Jeopardy, and then we'll start doing questions. CB comes in with the correct answer. What is the mob or organized
Wow.
crime? Nicely done.
Excellent
Okay.
job.
Final Jeopardy. Okay. This is the exact date of birth of the Fronzak twins, Jack and Jill Rosenthal, a crucial clue in unraveling their true identities. This is Final Jeopardy. It's a hard question.
Excellent questions, by the way, Tracy. Very
Thank
good
you.
questions.
So we want month, day, and year.
They shut up really high here. So look at the first one I see is Carol, October 27th, 1963.
Ooh, Carol comes in for the win. Whoops, that's not the right slide, but that is correct. October 27th, 1963.
Which makes me a Scorpio. And Jill.
Let's do this. Let's do how many? Oh, there it is. Yay. How many points should we give for Final Jeopardy, Jack?
10,000.
That means Carol wins by a landslide. Carol's
many?
like,
Too many
yes.
points? 3?
300?
Just 3? No.
3 points?
I don't even know. I wasn't even keeping track of this.
Yeah. Let's do
Yeah.
300 points for Final Jeopardy.
Yeah, I think that's a good amount.
All
All right. So
right.
Colleen, our producer, is tallying this very vital information right now.
And then so we have some questions that were submitted to us through our website and through, I think, Facebook and some chat as well. So we'll start with those when Colleen is done tallying up the points and telling us who our winner is.
Yeah, we can definitely rock out some questions here.
Yeah, if somebody's got
I
some
know.
questions they want to drop in first, we'll do our best here. And hope everyone had a good time with Jeopardy.
And I hope we all learned something from Jeopardy. Some good takeaways there.
Right? And if we do it again, they know they better brush up before they join, right?
I was getting nervous. Some of those questions were tough.
Nobody's got any questions.
Is Colleen counting on her fingers?
That's unusual. She's doing her job. Let her let her do the math. Math can be hard.
I mean, museum science is not much math involved with that.
Looks like we've got some questions here, Jack.
We sure do. Okay. Jack, has your mother even talked about if she suspected you were not Paul? That's a good question. We got really deep with that a couple of years ago after we found the real Paul. And she said that, she had some doubts, but the FBI were telling her that I was really Paul, so she just accepted it as fact. But like I said, if you read my book, some of the things that were happening in my life were a little telling that perhaps they weren't really sure that I was really their biological child, because Dave, their biological son, seemed to have a little leg up on things in life that I didn't. So that's subconsciously you wonder. Very good question.
Oh, now the questions are pouring in. Okay.
I don't want to miss any here.
Yeah, well, I'm scrolling back as well.
Oh, Colleen has results real quick while we're
Okay.
getting these questions.
All right, Carol T, our first Patreon member, also is our first winner of the Franzek Files edition of Jeopardy. Nicely
And no, it's not
done.
rigged. It's not rigged at all.
Truly.
Won by 100 points. CB came in second. That's a great game.
Awesome. You guys did great. I hope everyone had a good time with it.
Yeah, and it's
So,
really nice that to hear that the information is getting out there. I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Carol, if you want to send us your mailing address, we'll get your prize out to you, and let's make it a surprise. We'll send something, and then we're going to have you post about it. Have you maybe do like a little live stream about what you get in the mail from us, okay?
That would be cool. All right. Wow, we have a lot of questions here.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
Well, I think you do.
cow. All right. Can you share? Well, it just moved.
Yes, it did.
Okay, that's going to be a problem here.
Let's see. Can you share what the credible lead on Jill is?
I think it's a little early for that because we have some information coming out on that in the next episode or so. So if you can hang tight with that one, I think it'll be worth it.
I think it will as well. But great question. We knew as soon as I said I was going to drop that question in there that everyone's going to want to know what that lead is. Let's see. What are some of the new clues you found since starting this podcast or new information?
Oh, we found a bunch of stuff just recently about dates, the date that I was actually found abandoned, possible police cover up, just a lot of stuff going on right now. You know, it's funny. Like I started this in 2012, and here we are in 2025, and we're still uncovering new things.
Yeah.
So it keeps you excited, and it keeps you searching for the truth because you know it's out there. It just, you really have to be persistent.
Yeah, we had a lot of Colleen and Emily did a lot of digging on the timeline of your abandonment and looking in old newspapers. And what we determined was that the dates are inconsistent with the newspapers and with the reports of when Jack was found, what date he was actually found on. So that's been an interesting path. There's been a couple of new photographs that have been dug out of the search through the newspapers, pictures that even Jack hadn't seen of himself, which has got to be sort of weird, right? Seeing a picture of yourself in the newspaper that you've never seen before.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't know, it's always something new. Like almost every day we're
Yeah,
finding
for
something
sure.
new.
Which keeps us moving.
Yeah.
So Melissa says, you said in the first show that you can't say anything about Jill because of NDAs. Is that true?
NDAs.
Non-disclosure agreement?
Oh, it's a joke.
Yeah, you joke. I think you were joking.
I was
about
joking.
it.
Yeah, I know I don't have much of a sense of humor, and I'm very serious all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But once in a while, I do joke around a little
And
bit.
then it's really hard to tell, right?
Yeah. No, I
But
was
I think
joking about
I
that.
think that we're walking a fine line there too. We have some information that appears credible, but we also have to sort of play it a little close to the vest, and so while we figure out what the next step might be for that. Carol says, "Do you see Carol's question? The one that starts, has your thinking changed concerning where the family resided when Jack was abandoned in July?"
Has your thinking changed concerning where the family resided when Jack was abandoned in July 1965? In the books, the thinking was that they were residing with Gilbert's mother. That's what we thought originally, but they were actually living in Pitney Village because we had Susan Woolard, the babysitter who watched Jack and Jill one night and ran away and never went back. House of Horrors. And that was in Pitney Village. That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a great question. And then another one from her. Do you now believe they were living in the Pitney Village, house when Jack was abandoned only about 2 months after the night of the babysitting? Yes.
Yes, they were definitely living in Pitney Village.
Uh, so Jeff asked, remember the family of the real Paul was hesitant to be involved. Have you had any more contact with them?
I have not, and my mother hasn't either. But we found out a lot more stuff that we're going to get to down the road here because that's what we do. We find the truth.
And the good news is that this story is going to be a thread through the entire podcast, I'm sure. We're gearing up for season 2, And this story is going to be a thread that we're going to run through that while we're covering other people's cases and solving their misattributed identity for them as we move through. So stay tuned. There's always new
Stay
things
tuned.
coming.
You don't want to miss any of this.
Let's see.
Whose question is that?
So one of the questions that we've gotten, I think a lot of people have asked, and it's interesting that this is where they sort of honed in on, wanting to know where your younger brother Ron was on the night that Susan babysat.
That's a good question. So all we can do is spitball here because we don't have any. I mean, the people that I want to talk to aren't available. But I would guess that since Ron was only a month or two old, very young, that he was probably at my grandma's house. My grandma lived about 4 blocks down the street. But then it raises the question, if he was over there, why wouldn't the other children be there if my parents wanted to go out one night? So it just these are more questions that we're really trying to find the answers for.
And I think as an obstetrical RN who deals with women having babies every day, and also understanding the timeline in the 60s. People didn't understand about postpartum depression or postpartum psychosis at that time. It was baby blues. It was something that most women went through. And when that did happen, it wasn't uncommon for the baby to be cared for by another family member and removed from the house. That actually was a pretty common solution to the problem of a mom who was not feeling quite right. However, not removing the twins as well was probably likely part of what happened. Part of the tragedy that happened was that the twins also should have been removed from the house with a mom who was almost in all likelihood suffering from postpartum depression, if not borderline psychosis, as well as mixing alcohol abuse and her own dysfunction as well. So that's sort of where that idea comes from, that Ron might have been with a family member. He actually could have been being cared for by that family member full time. Let's see. Carol's asking how many more podcast episodes are planned.
For this season, I think we have 3 more to go, possibly 4.
Well, we're also still in production for the end of the season. So we'll drop a new episode on Tuesday, and then we have I believe there's four more episodes after that. So you've got a few more weeks to go for season 1, and then I think our plan is to take a 6-week hiatus while we record and produce and direct and edit and get ready to launch season 2. So Colleen has some questions that were submitted in writing. Do you want to come on and read those, Colleen? All right, she'll feed them to us. So the question is, was Kevin Beatty told by Lorraine that he was not her biological child or that he was adopted?
Should we answer that one?
Well, I mean, I think we probably we can venture a guess.
Yeah. So from what I was told, that he was told that she was his mom, and his father was a football player who left.
That's our understanding, that he lived a lie. So one of the questions is, what kind of relationships have you been able to build with, if any, with your newly found biological family?
So my cousins, like Lenny Rocco, I got to hang out with him. He's actually in my film, The Lost Sons. He was a boxer, a doo-wop singer, just an amazing guy. I got to hang out with him and his family, got to know them really well. I have a whole bunch of new family, the Sullivans in Tennessee, just amazing people, really, really good people. So it seems like the outliers of my family were really nice people. It was just the immediate family that wasn't so family-ish, being abandoned and neglected and beaten,
Yeah, all
those
of
kind
that
of
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the question is, what, if anything, is being done to find Jill?
So we have a missing persons case open with NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, New Jersey State Police. We have a whole campaign going, and we're testing people that could be possibly Jill. So it's exciting, and you never know when that one test comes back and you get a match. So that's where we are right now.
And you also took the same path when trying to find the real Paul. There were several different men who had tested thinking that they were Paul, and there was a letdown when it was determined that they weren't. And
That's a good point, Tracy. I was actually thinking about doing an episode on people that are involved in these things that think they might be someone. I'm actually
yeah,
still close with two or three of the guys that thought they were the real Paul, and got to know them. And after the test came back, that ruled them out. But we're still close, because when you bond over something like that, it doesn't go away. Same thing with Jill. There's two or three women that thought they were Jill that I still talk with. And, I wanted to get their perspective of, years later, of how that felt, thinking that you might be this person. And then you find out you're not, but you still want to find out who you are.
someone is asking if the Sullivans are on your mom or your dad's side,
My mom's side.
so maternal side. That's a question from Christine.
Good job. Good question.
So someone wants to know if you avoid talking about Kevin and your bio siblings.
Do I avoid talking about them? Most definitely. Yes.
And that's a great answer.
And I'm sticking to it.
A lot of things we can't divulge for the taking the risk of
Anything.
interrupting a chain of evidence or anything like that. So, but we want you to know that as soon as we find things out for certain, we're going to be letting you know.
When we're done spitballing.
We're really becoming pretty good at that. So, all right, everybody, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you all had a good time. Got to interact a little bit, find out some things you didn't know, spend a little time with us. We got to run because we are about to go live on TikTok with a friend of Jack's, a Mason brother of yours, that has asked us to appear on his TikTok feed, and how we are helping solve his case. And he'll be featured in season 2 for us.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. It means a lot to us, because we want to get to know everybody and answer all your questions, and just keep doing this, because what we're doing, I think, is a good thing. If we can help people, then we're doing the right thing. So we'll see you on Tuesday when the next episode drops. Any spoilers on the next episode, Tracy?
I don't know. Are we giving away spoilers?
No.
Yeah, you're not a spoiler kind of guy. But
No.
what we can tell you is that the next episode is still, it picks up the Paul story, and it picks it up from a criminal and forensics side. When we talked with CC last week, that was more on the genetic genealogy side of confirming who the real Paul was. And we're going to have a really amazing guest on Tuesday. You don't want to miss it, who's going to talk with us about the forensics and legal aspect of the case. So don't forget to join us. You can also submit your questions to us on the website, and we'll be happy to answer them back at you through email.
Absolutely. And we'll get that gift out to the winner.
Yep. Make sure you drop your address, Carol, so we know where to send it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging with us.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. All right.
Good night.
Bye.